Hello, my fellow personality journeyers. This is Leon of Type Tips. Ooh. The purpose of this video is to suggest a way to talk with INFJs in a way to form healthy relationships with them, in which both you and they will benefit and grow from this relationship, deepening this said relationship. The most important trait you can have when relating to an INFJ is authenticity. Authenticity is important because this type can easily peer behind your mask and see you for who you are. So there's no reason to try to present any persona that is false to yourself. For example, your degree right here. You see this degree. It does not mean anything to them unless you show you know what you are talking about. They want to see if you stand behind what you say and do. They do not take symbols you present to them like social status on face value. Do not boast, and do not claim to do things that you do not do. They may seem forgiving. Yes, they may seem forgiving. But this is because they're using extroverted feeling, a function they use to harmonize with others. So this does not mean they cannot see through you. Do not take advantage of this tendency of theirs to give you the benefit of the doubt. For then, you will not be building a real relationship with the INFJ. The INFJ can then relax and not be suspicious. So, be authentic, have content and substance behind what you say and do. INFJs, unfortunately, are the victims of one-sided relationships in which people talk about their problems and dump them onto them. This is because they tend to naturally function in a role of the confidant, in a role of the psychotherapist, mentor, counselor. The problem is when they're only seen as a wise guru who will listen to others' problems and give them advice. They have other aspects of their personality. Yes, they do. And so, in order to help them develop these aspects of their personality, it's useful to change their social dynamic. Change the social dynamic they usually encounter. Also, you might be using them as a crutch, in which you project your wisdom onto them to the point you're unable to hear the wisdom and inner voice within yourself. To change the social dynamic that they're so used to of this one-sided relationship, I suggest that you be the person who will listen to the INFJ. Gently ask the INFJ questions to see who he or she is about, without seeming like you are prying. Be genuine in trying to understand them and listen to their problems. And show them that you really care for them. Do not do so just because you are curious, like you are a tourist of their mind, but because you really want to get to know them and help them out. As a result of their dedication and bleeding heart for their loved ones, it takes them more time than other types to gain trust and enter into their inner sanctum. I'll tell you the INFJ secret. It's called the inner circle. This is because once you're in, you are in. And then there are no boundaries anymore, and they will care deeply for you. Therefore, they need to set a firm boundary at first in order to avoid getting hurt. And this might give the impression that though they're very nice, because they are, upon first acquaintance, there's a part of them that seems rather closed off. They may therefore feel quite alone. using their extrovert feeling, which is their warmth and kindness, as a shield for dealing with others without letting them in the inner circle too quickly. Do not be too eager to join said inner circle. Just do what's good for the INFJ. Really take the time to listen to their ideas, because they often have good ideas they took a lot of time to develop. Do not debate them. Do not, and at least not in a way that lacks any gentleness or sensitivity like this guy. He's not very gentle or sensitive to the INFJ. Rather, just listen and process their thoughts, and when you provide this kind of space for them, they will share their ideas. The key is not to be judgmental. Their primary function is introvert intuition, and as a result, they can entertain ideas that are a far cry from the usual ideas the average person is willing to entertain. They may have a penchant for what others may dismiss as conspiracy theories, and theories that they think are pulled out of their asses. Some INFJs may seem to have a concern of a dystopian future given the current trends they are seeing. They do not have to, you do not have to agree with what they say. Just take the time to process what they say without outright writing them off. Be open-minded and let them have their word. Like this guy over here, this charming dude. Eventually, you may be surprised at the depth and accuracy as they predict events before they unfold. It will mean a lot to them, and give them your ear. Yes, give them your ear. Because no one listens to their warnings. If you ultimately do not agree with their ideas, let their ideas inform your own. Eventually, you may see something the INFJ does not see. Use these ideas you form not to put down the INFJ's ideas, but rather inform their overall ideas. Whatever the case, see the real love and for humanity that all their ideas stem from. They really want a world in which people can live harmoniously. The big question in life is how to get people to such a state. Help them develop their ideas by putting what they say into your own words and asking if you got what they said right. This is called reflection. Help them articulate their ideas for them. Allow them to find out actions they or others can take to prevent future problems they predict, and advocate using their warmth and gentleness as leadership tools to do this. They let them know small actions matter and are not hopeless. INFJs may see their solutions as difficult to reify or manifest. It would mean a lot to them if you can tell them, though it is indeed a challenge, people are nevertheless inspired by the INFJ's ideas and moved as well. Even though Plato, an INFJ, you see Plato right here, he's an INFJ, cannot realize his ideal republic. He and other INFJs bring to the table, what he and other INFJs bring to the table can transform the psyche of the humankind, turning the archetypes that reside within into healthier forms. It might give them hope to let them know they could present their ideas to others in a warm and persuasive way given their extrovert feeling, without worrying too much about their ideas' total implementation, for otherwise they might become distraught or disheartened. Their ability to be warm and gentle and form the right words is one of their greatest tools in their arsenal. Let them know that. Help them find a way to harmoniously present their revelatory ideas to others in a way that others can be inspired, so that they don't simply use extrovert feeling to just simply keep peace with others. To benefit from the INFJ, listen to their advice on how you could fulfill your potential. it will mean tons to them when people take action to do and manifest who they are. On the other hand, do not let the INFJ push you in a way that does not serve your goals. Instead of pushing back, clarify how you might need other advice instead to better serve your overall goals, which you should then better clarify. Let them know they're still on your team. It is important for all types to be balanced. Though the INFJ works well in the role of a wise guru, they're much more than that. Do not just project that role onto them, and this will help them to know aspects of themselves beyond that role, and this will help you realize the wise guru within yourself.